Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honors, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone for teaching this truth time and time again, showing us to be men of the Lord. Men of the Lord, the Wadi Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. And you see, just a lesson on the spirit, on like what's happening in the news. The one put in the news, prophecy that is being fulfilled in this news. So what's going on right now is a lot of things crazy. The place that has been here and what's been going on is prophetic, and that's what the prophets have been telling us. And the man put in the spirit out, and now it's all being revealed. Everything that was in secret is now being revealed. We see their plans. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. So I'm going to start off with a scripture. This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 28. We all know this. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, both prophesied both against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war, of evil and pestilence. And the prophets which prophesy of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophets be known that the Lord has truly sent them. What does the elders of the great, apostles and elders of great millstone have said? That the MOB system is going to be put forth, and that is going to come. The MOTB was the CHIP, that rice grain device that's put it in your hand, both small and great. So now look at, they are setting up these systems of, look at what's its name? I have a couple articles that I wrote down, just some things. The Credit Suisse, as all these bankings happen, like the Central Valley Banking executives sold millions of their stock right before it crashed. However, that would be called insider trading. But that's all the executives. They just got rid of all their stuff before it was a controlled crash. And now Credit Suisse is cutting 9,000 jobs. 9,000 jobs in their field. Also, Amazon was say they're going to cut 9 to 10,000 more jobs over there. So now they're actively destroying the economy, and then they're saying that the reason it is because of just like Home Depot and Lowe's saying that they have to cut all these jobs because of, and Walmart, because of shoplifting and things like that. But as that's going down, they said to combat it, they're going to put in surveillance systems, the ones that analyze your license plate to see what you're doing, to the combat for theft. So they're going to put in their facial recognition system in it. So let me get that real quick. But we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. Bear with me. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Let Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We understand that how Esau Edom works is he puts forth laws, he puts forth systems that put forth and making you look one way, but it's actually for a different reason. So they're putting these facial recognitions in some places, even in China, that they buy toilet paper, you have to get facial recognized. They'll set up their MOTB system. Someone gonna get that real quick. On how the devil uses its power and that gave by the Lord to set up these systems. By laws, by by laws and by these unrighteous decrees, and saying that this won't be for your safety. Well, these people have not been for the safety the whole time of their being. So why would it be anything different? This is Daniel chapter 8, verse 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy wonderfully. He shall prosper and practice and shall destroy the mighty and holy people. And what have they done? All this since, because this is talking about Antiochus putting forth laws, so you can't speak the truth, you can't do all this stuff. Look at now they're going and putting these false flags and then saying that this is what happens when you are a Hebrew, like, they're setting forth, and it's working. It's working on most of these enchantments are working on the minds of the simple. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Through his laws and through his systems. Look at he was putting forth and letting the people say, getting fired for if you don't have vaccination, C-hipped, Salakia. If you don't get juicy duped up, then you're causing other people to die. He was put in that system, and he was some government jobs, but these policies that got them fired, like you get fired and you lost your job. And then now look what happened. 92% of triple V'd up has a count of 92% of COVID deaths. And that's what another thing that these laws that said you can't, because if you didn't know the Talmud, what the JOOs follow, they say that it's 8 different genders. So now they're putting forth their law. They're putting forth their laws, putting forth them, saying that they're the people, when they have not do anything. That's what the Lord said. What have you did, for my statutes? All right, continue. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be destroyed without hand. So this is what ultimately they're setting up a system to combat and to put forth against the Lord, to beat the Lord and set up their own system of them being that they're God, sitting in the temple of God, saying that they are God. And the system they're trying to set up is the beast system. This is Revelation chapter 13. I'm going to start at 4. And they that worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, all these people that put it, the beast, which is this Esau, Edom, this modern day Rome with the 10 heads, and the 7 heads and the 10 horns, which is the EU and NATO, and was given. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? And just look at how these modern day Babylonians are. They said, who's going to be able to beat us? The American military is the strongest. Our allies are the strongest. No one wants to be able to beat them. They're ultimately worshiping this beast. And they were given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. Power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth and blasphemed against the God, to blaspheme his name and the tabernacle, them that dwell in heaven, saying that they are the people, that all the people are him, and that to be able to go in the system, you have to do certain things. And he was given unto him to make war with the saints, because all this power was given onto him. The Lord made him for the hour of temptation to test his saints, to make war with the saints. And his saints are the so-called black, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans. And look at right now. They now the nations are mad. North Korea, almost 800,000 civilians signed up to fight against the U.S., saying that. And then look at Russia and China. China just said that they have to be the like what's it called, the watcher over the New World Order system, the NWO system, to overcome them, and the power was given unto him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. The Lord gave him power, as is of Isaac, when he gave Esau his blessing. He said, "She'll get the fatness of the earth and the dew of heaven." So this render, so he gave it over to him, and this blessing for a purpose, for the election's purpose. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the earth. If any man have an ear, let him hear. And all men have ears, let him hear, the ear of understanding. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. So all these people that these people killed and all that stuff, this was also separating the saints who cry and sigh the abominations of the earth. Those are the ones that get the spiritual mark that the Lord has gave to put forth, that are written in the book of life. So this is our patience, that they led us into captivity and they killed us, so it's going to happen to them. You reap what you sow. So this is the system, what they're trying to put forth. This is verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. So put in these systems, always having like the plebeians, the patricians, the Democrats and Republicans, speaking like it's peaceful, but he spoke acting like he's peaceful and he's for the people, but he spoke as a dragon with these draconian laws. That's why they're putting forth these laws that if you want to survive in this system, you're going to have to get this MOTB into your body. And spoken that draconian coming from I think Athenian lawmaker, which had very harsh punishments for just the meagerest laws, unrighteous decrees, basically. And he exercised all his power of the first beast before him, which was Rome. But this is just a continuation of Rome, causing the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from the heaven on earth in the sight of men. These thermonuclear missiles that came down and hurt our people. Slakia. When the Lord gave, I believe, it started with the science of relativity, M equals mc squared, to creating these thermonuclear weapons and dropping it on Hiroshima, and he did it in the sight of men. People seeing I forgot what his name was. He said that we have became destroyers of worlds. And he deceived them that dwelt on the earth by the means of those miracles. But now look at Babylon, and this beast system has controlled everyone ever since, because they were scared of mutual destruction. Mutual destruction. They used to speak it of that the Babylonian military, which policed the earth and did all these things, to deceive them, that they really thought they were God, and that the so-called white man could do anything, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwelt on the earth that they should make an image of the beast, just as back in the day of Nebuchadnezzar, the worship. And what system was this beast system, the so-called white man's philosophy of do as they will, which had wounded by the sword and did live, because of Rome, he did fall for 1,000 years. All the way, the holy Roman Empire and the Byzantine Empire was taken over by Jake, and they ruled Europe and there for that. But when they were wounded, but then came back and took this and came back in the Renaissance, the rebirth around like I think like 1492 was like what agreed upon date. But it was they started a little bit early with the Borgias and with these families taking over, bringing forth there. That's why the Renaissance, the rebirth. And he had power to give life onto the image of the beast. So they had it. So they set up the system that the image of the beast should both speak and cause as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you don't, if you're not with this system, then you're going to be killed. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. So this system that they have putting all these laws and doing crashing the banking system, doing all this stuff, is all for them. Why do you think they're starting with the rich, taking away and showing that their money can be taken like that? It starts because they want both free and bond, rich and poor. Everyone like has to do it. So they're setting forth that you're going to have to, if you want to eat, you want to do anything. So that's why they're putting these controlled famines, trying to destroying the food system, and then buying out all the land, doing all these things, putting all these facial recognition and all these systems to set forth their system of the MOTB, putting all these 5G and 6G towers, because you need a lot of energy to process all that data. That's why they're doing all these different plans. All these, that's why we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. He's putting forth a system. Now even it's a city, U.S. school now serving children's bugs to eat in Utah. What for? Now you're eating bugs. See, this is what they're getting ready for, the MOB system of you useless either being taken out, and all those ones that are not taking the MO and not bowing down to them to be taken out. And that no man might buy or sell, say he have the MRK and the name of the beast and the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him understand and count the number. And that is 666, which is for the beast. This is the beast is for the number of a man, and the number is 666. So when they're doing, he's saying that is the number of a man, which is psi, sty, stigma. Setting forth, and we go into those words, was crossing out the Messiah, putting forth his medical system, and using it to show what it is that stigma, that which is that little tattoo that's going under your skin, which is not over your skin. It's it looks like a palisade going, as is like a syringe, going in and marking his territory. And that's that number of his name. And so if you look at all the barcodes, they always add up to, 666. So we know who this man is through Bible prophecy. He's the border of wickedness, and we know, and we're not ignorant. So let us continue to pray, brothers. With that, I want to give all glory, honors, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakakwadash, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. Shalom.